You hatch alone. Somewhere in the black zone, 3,000 meters below the surface, you slip from your egg like a fragile ribbon. You are blind, skinny, and shaped like a single nerve ending. No one waits for you. No one helps. You are the beginning of a nightmare written in flesh and vacuum. You're not a fish. Not really. You're not an eel either. At least, not in the way people think of eels. Your name is Gulper eel Europharynx pelicanoides, and you are built like a joke that deep time forgot to finish. Your head is enormous. Your jaw unhinges like a broken umbrella, and your stomach can swell like a balloon. But not yet. Right now, you're just a floating thread in the void. You have no plan. Your muscles are weak, your fins are soft, and you can't see anything. You move by undulating, like a ribbon twitching in molasses. You're surrounded by water thick with pressure, cold enough to slow chemical reactions. You barely exist except to drift and wait. And then, you feel something. A twitch, a flicker, a vibration from something nearby. You respond without thinking. Your jaw still absurdly large for your body swings open wider than your head. It creates a vacuum. Water rushes in, with it, something alive. You don't chew, you don't kill. You just engulf. That's how you feed. Anything your mouth touches becomes part of you. You're not a hunter, you're a trap with a heartbeat. You grow, slowly. For months, you float through the water, snapping at shadows. Small squid, tiny fish, shrimp. Most meals are mistakes, but you don't care. Your stomach expands like a plastic bag. You digest slowly. One meal can last a week. You don't chase. You wait for luck. Sometimes nothing comes. Sometimes you swallow something too big and it damages you from the inside. Sometimes your gut ruptures and you bleed into the black. Sometimes you drift past something faster, a lancetfish, a deep-water predator, and you feel their fin brush your tail as they choose not to eat you. You are alive only because you're not worth the effort. You light up, not from beauty, not for display, but for bait. At the end of your long, whip-like tail is a tiny glowing bulb bioluminescence. You twitch it gently like a worm on a hook and hope something dumber than you shows up to bite. That's how you hunt, not with strength, but illusion. But the light also exposes you. It glows in the dark like a silent scream. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it attracts something bigger. One day, your light draws a deep-sea shark. It doesn't hesitate. It doesn't think. It strikes from the side and tears through your midsection before vanishing. You roll, leaking fluids, half your stomach hanging open. You don't die right away. You just drift. You heal. Not perfectly, but enough. Time means nothing down here. You float, you flicker, you feed. You grow. At 4 years, you're finally close to full size, nearly a meter long, still light as a feather. Your skull is all mouth. Your eyes are small and useless. Your brain, even smaller. But you don't need it. Down here, instinct is enough. Until one day, it isn't. You feel a shift. The water moves strangely. It pulses in slow, regular waves. A pressure you've never felt before builds in the distance. You freeze. Something massive is coming. A submarine. It moves like a predator made of metal and silence. You don't understand it. You don't recognize the sound. But it doesn't matter. The sonar hits you like a hammer. Your inner ear bursts. Your muscles twitch. You spasm uncontrollably as the machine glides past, unaware of what it's done. You tumble, dizzy, bleeding. You can't swim straight. You drift upward. You reach the twilight, and you burn. You weren't built for light. 500 meters up, your tissue starts to fail. The oxygen feels like acid. The temperature changes too quickly. Cells rupture. You flail once, mouth wide, but the pressure drop is too fast. Your gut balloons, your skin blisters. Your last breath is inside out. You pop, your body becomes a riddle. Weeks later, fishermen find your remains in a net meant for mackerel. They haul you up, tangled in line, half dissolved, mouth frozen open like you died mid-scream. On deck, nobody knows what they're looking at. A snake, A fish, a mistake. Photos hit the internet. People laugh. They call you an abomination, a nightmare, a sea monster. They don't know what you were. They never will. Your species still exists. Thousands of you, maybe millions, but no one really knows. You are ghost threads in the deep consuming, growing, disappearing. No one studies you. No one protects you. No one even knows how you reproduce. You were born in the dark. You died in the dark. And still, you flicker.